That you made. So dear, our original high shelf along the wall was a success. And only now are a few things pulled down, but we've been using it. That side of the garage cleans up quick by just throwing everything to this side of the garage so you can get a car in, right?
Yes, that's how it works.
I don't like that. Do you really?
No.
So I'm thinking we take that concept and bring it all the way to the midpoint of the garage here. So we're gonna have a whole stall.
For winter bins and summer bins.
And maybe a few of my things.
Maybe.
So
If there's room.
I'm thinking we could get 2 cars into the 2-car garage.
We all know my van can't fit.
Yeah,
So.
the van won't, but we could get like the little neon and the Ford. That we've got
Fusion.
2 now. The Mustang.
The Mustang and the Fusion?
Yeah, we could get those 2 in, or the Mustang and the neon. I mean, so here's the idea. I've already got brackets up. Those will act as my joist hangers on the 3 supports there. And then we're going to build a 2x6 joist box. 2x8s on this side. We're going to hang it on, it'll actually sit on that side. That beam will sit on right there. And then I'll put a 4x4 here for it to sit on. And there'll be a 2-foot standoff from that wall. And it'll go over this door.
Anybody getting this? Because I'm confused.
Yeah, okay, well, it'll be a deck just sticking out.
Oh, okay.
And it'll be about 3 feet from the top down to the deck in the middle. So it's not like you can stand up there. I mean, it's a small garage. But we'll be like allowing maybe to organize, because a lot of things have their own place here. But then a lot of things don't have a designated place, so they just get shifted around the floor or on benches, and it looks terrible here. I'm not going to shift the camera because it looks like absolute garbage. We're going to try to fix that. So here we go. What idiot used square drive in here?
You.
Well, I have this tendency to just like go to my drawers of old things
And wing it.
and see what I have that can be used up. And these, if I remember right, were from a tile job when we lived in that town out west. Like three houses ago.
Huh.
Yeah. 3. 1, 2, 3 houses ago. Almost. Got it cleared out of the way.
Yeah, that. Then you have all that to deal with.
But I won't worry about all that until I have all that.
Well, you can't really move around all that to make that.
You'll be surprised how much motivation I have.
The trip over stuff?
Yeah. But it's going to be 8 by 16 platform. Ask me why 8 by 16.
Why are you making 8 by 16?
Because it'll fit in this stall and there won't be any waste.
Huh.
No, that's not true. Because it's a little more than 8 for the width. So I had to get 2 by 6 by 10s. So I will be cutting those off. But there won't be a lot of waste. All right, Kimberly, show them what we're dealing with here.
I don't know. Where am I going?
Here's my Lowe's haul. The Lowe's haul right here.
That's what I'm going.
Whoa, you're all over. She's just waving the camera. So back up. Good grief.
I can't
Good
see.
grief, woman.
I can't see. There's
So
sun.
I went with subfloor
Mm-hmm.
for the floor.
Yeah.
And then I got 2 of these that aren't, and you'll see what I do with those at the end or toward the end. I don't need these first, which is annoying. I need
The ones all the way on the bottom.
these first, so we're just gonna, you know what? Back up, we're gonna show the technical dismount of this stuff.
And then I can actually see.
Everybody knows what I'm about to do. Yep, there it is. That's how you dismount them. Well, I mean, give me a break. My back's feeling good today. I want to keep it that way. So we just do things and stuff that don't hurt our back. Woo! I got a little extra slide. Much better. Like I've done it before. And yes, I'll have to pick it up off the ground later, but at least for now, my back is happy. Alright, let's get, you said a 4x4 was over here, right?
Yeah.
I'll go grab that. You can let the camera roll. I think I might have to cut that. Yeah. $89.25. $89.25. And what I'm going to do, I think, I'm going to notch it so that the beam can sit on this rather than be hung by a stringer. A joist hanger. There we go. Not a stringer. What did I say? 89.25? Yeah. 89.25. Right, sure. We'll cut in. I think about 2 inches ought to do. 1.5 inches. Yeah, 1.5 inches. All right, where did I put my drill? Uses the same battery. There it is. Across this minefield of stuff. But don't tell my wife that I'm admitting that it's a mess in here and it's going to cause me probably to hurt myself. Alright, we said 1.5 inches, didn't we? That means this is all the way deep. Well, however you say that. Deep as it goes. Yeah. This old trick. course, it's a battery killer. Well, that's not that. Anyway, use the trick right there. Let's see if I can pop this the rest of the way out now. Maybe. Yeah! Yes! Hey, it worked well enough. There we go. You don't see that at all? There you go. Hey, you know, that's the name of my channel's Ish, y'all. It's good enough. Good enough. Or the Russian, gut enough. Or German, or I don't know what language it is. But in English, I think it just means I'm done. Like, I'm not fooling with that anymore. All right, cool. So that goes there. Yeah. I was really smart. I bought mending plates, but it won't work because they're not at the same depth. Here's the thing. It's not going to move around once it's all like secured. So for right now, to secure it, I'm literally just going to strap it to the... I know anybody serious carpenter like would be, no, you can't. Yes, you can. You can, and I will. I'm going to. And y'all can't stop me. Guys, have you ever seen a zip tie that long? That's amazing. Okay. So, proper use of these, I'm sure. We're going to just secure it like this. And I promise I'll fix it better later. Whoa. Again, the weight's going to be carried straight down. Look, it's fine. It's fine. Good. Good to go. Now I need to make a beam to go from there to this other side. It's going to go, oops. It's going to go right there. Or right there. I don't know. It should go right here. Well, here we go. Beam construction. 214 inches. I'm going to put these two together. And I'm going to take another one. And slap it on top. Like that. I'm going to measure. It doesn't have to be perfect. But maybe boards I could do something with later. So I think if I wanted a dead center, they're 10 footers, I'd want 5 on each side, right? 5 feet. Five feet there. And 5 feet there. There we go. Measure twice. 5 feet. So I need a 5 footer to go there and a 5 footer to go there, and then I'm going to hammer it together on this side, flip it, hammer it together on the other side, And there's my beam. And then just cut it to the length. 214. Wasn't that the Black Sheep Squadron number? I forget. Good show. I have a claw hammer. I have all sorts of tools. But I found this one without looking for more than a couple seconds. So that's what we're going with. Now, that's about perfect. I'd almost rather them be longer, and then I can like pound over the open end, but we won't do that. What we'll do to make sure the little pointy end's not sticking out is we'll do something my dad taught me, toenailing it, which I know most people know that. But if you didn't, it's one way to kind of shorten up a nail. And if you counter toenail, it really won't pull out. Now I'm looking at the curvature, the crown, or whatever you want to call it, of these boards to make sure that I have them in the best orientation. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but I'd like it to be not horrible. This looks fine. So I'm going to toenail it this one this way. Really awkward swinging this instead of a claw hammer. And of course it moved. Oh well. Toenail this one in the opposite direction. Since this is off over there, I'm going to make it off over here. So at least it matches, or at least try to make it match. There we go. I need to cut this, and my battery's dead. So what's a guy to do? If you guessed chainsaw, you were right. All right. 5 feet coming up. That works. There we go. a bad cut. Started to go a little bit though, so this bottom part is a little proud. I'm going to nip that. That stinks. That's better. Okay. Moment of truth, I guess, huh? Is that going to fit? It has to. Therefore it will, because it must. That needs to go further that way. I can't get in there. Yeah, it's, let me show you, it's in over there. Wedged right in there. Now we got to get it picked up, set on there. Just, it's not perfect. Whoever poured this floor is just terrible. Not quite perfect. I bolt folded it and that was it. Anyway, let's see if we can wrestle this up into position. Can't let it push back on me. Oh, it did come out a little bit. That would be bad. I've got some expensive stuff under there. One hand in it. That's always good. All right. I'm way up here because it's either I mismeasured or it needs to go that way some more. There it goes. It went a little bit. Hold on. I thought for a second I measured wall to wall, but I didn't. So it probably still needs to. Oh, there we go. And, oh, it's tight. Wow, it actually came down exactly how I wanted it. That's not always the case, folks. Believe it or not, sometimes it's not always perfect. Cool. We'll throw some, I think I'll just throw some nails in there. That sound good? Just some old-fashioned nails. Oh, that's cool. It looks good. Good enough until we get. I mean, if you watch this thing, it's got some sway. You know, but once it's all locked in, it'll be good. How's that look from way out here? Oh yeah. Hey, that ain't too bad. Alright, so this one's not nearly as heavy. I didn't do a whole beam, it's just a joist plate. So I just used this one 3-footer, just over 3 feet to splice them. And it's going to be hanging on 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So both boards will have 2 points to sit on. So it should be 16 feet long if I measured right. Yeah. Put that right there. Ooh, my back does not like that. No. Oh gosh, my back did not like that. I'm too close to it. Good job holding that for me. Oh man, it didn't like that at all. Try to be careful. I haven't had an incident, well, in a couple months. That laid me up for like a day or two. Stretch that back out. There we go. Maybe that's better. Yeah. And it's straight because they're all touching. Woohoo! Now it's not just going to sit there. I got some lag bolts that are going to go through into the steel studs too. Yeah. So I'm going to pre-drill them. They're wood lag screws, but if I pilot the steel with the same diameter as the shank on the screw, it should be fine. I'm thinking this wasn't big enough. Yep. One size more. So this was not quite as big as the shank. Alright, let's see if that one's the right size. That's it. That's the one. Nice and secure. So nice of the birds to leave me a present. Yeah. Whenever I'm looking at which end to clip off, I see if there's an obvious answer. You clip the bad end off, right? I think I'll stop there for now. Get those up first, just in case I made any boo-boos. We're doing 2-foot centers. And then with these, when you're hanging them before putting the joist in it, just nail half of it, just nail the one side. That way you can get it in and then close it up. So you'll set that board in there and then you'll come back and close them up. Could you close it up ahead of time? Sure, but you're not going to get as tight without it being up there to get it in there. Anyway, you get the idea. The rest of the way across. I'm going to use, these are 2x6 hangers. I'm going to use 2x8 hangers over there. Even though I'm only using 2x6s, I'm still going to use them there because I have them. And I'm going against a 2x8 board. So, yeah. I'm going to actually stop here, do that side, get the center one hung, just to beef it up a little bit. Another thing I'm going to do now, I'm putting these in, see if they have a uniform warp or if they're straight. It's so darn straight, you know, it's hard to see which way it's crowning or whatever. I guess this is slightly higher, so I want the curved upside pointing up. As the weight over time pushes down, it'll go more to straight, but it doesn't have a whole lot of play to it. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. I don't even have to push on it. That's fantastic. Oh, measuring. Who knew? Who knew measuring could be so wondrous? So I'm going to close this up without pushing, because this isn't security yet. If I push it, it'll just drop right out. So I hold back on it. Got one in. Now I'm going to toenail. There's a piece here. Let me show you. So right here, you toenail in, that secures this into place. Now it'll be even better once there's a board up top holding it in place. But yeah, we'll tie that in. I might even drive a long screw from the backside all the way into it. Actually, I'm going to see if one of my sinkers would go through that hole, because that would allow me to tie in and add a toenail too. That'd be mucho better. It's much better in Spanish. Again, pulling back. And now that's tied into here, so it won't be able to move. Probably just do one on each side. Bottom on this side, top on the other. Yeah, that's in there now. Let me go tie the other side. How on earth? It caught it. I missed, and it caught it. That's cool. It's a little magnetic. I never even noticed that. Huh. So that's, wow. We found this hammer at my sister's place inside of a wall, and I never noticed. How did I not notice that? That is so cool. To get it started, you don't have to hold it with your finger. That's cool. When I lift, I'm going to hit, so I need to be able to go back. Move the junk for the 30th time. Whoa. Piece of cake. Now, did you notice the spring action? I don't like that. And I knew it'd be weak, but I'm like, I'm not putting much up there. But maybe I failed to realize, just the structure itself is going to weigh a lot. So I'm thinking, right where my splices are on my beam, right here, post, and right there, post. That'll still leave a nice wide gap. Like if I ever wanted to turn a car in here to paint it again, probably won't happen, but I'd have the option. And it'll give me more places to hang stuff. So, and then I won't worry about overloading it because it'll be robust. Right now I'd be a little worried. You can see it spring, so. I don't even know if I want to get up there with my 200 and whatever pounds. I want to run them this way. You always want to go, if you can, perpendicular to the direction of your joist. So I should be able to do that from down here though, turn it before crawling up there. I also want my tongue side pointed that way. The groove side will be up against here. Remember, because there's going to be a lip. Don't crush my own hand. That'd be good. Alright, we're up against the outside wall. Core muscles, engage. Yeah, just shove it over that way. That way it doesn't have much leverage on this, what I think might be a little weak. Shove it over there, climb up, nail that one down, that'll start to strengthen it up. Of course, I don't have a good enough ladder handy. I'd have to like walk 30 feet. So we'll just come up this way. Not a step. Sure. Testing the weight limit. Yeah. Like a tree fort or something. Now this needs to go that way just a smidge. If I can get it. Whoop, too much. Just jump a little bit, jump and hit. There we go. All right. Looks good. I'm going to throw one in for a pivot point. Maybe. Hey, this is really good. It's perfect right there. Well, I say that, it's tilted this way. So, that's better. Ain't gotta be perfect. Probably a little longer nail than I need. That's alright. I got a bunch of them, so kind of using them up. Alright, now getting up here, I'm sure, was easier than it'll be to get down. Pretty sure. We'll see if I can do it without hurting myself. Okay. I could also grab better when this wasn't secured. Yeah, not smart. I should go get the other ladder. I'm thinking. But what fun would that be? Yep. All right. I didn't die. Didn't even tweak my back. Sweet. So I'm kind of curious. I got something holding it together. Like if I came over here and tried to do pull-ups on this, first of all, could I even do a pull-up? I don't know. It's been a while. Secondly, I'm actually out here in the middle. Would it be able to support me? How much play would there be, you know? Now we're already kind of leaning toward. Yeah, you can see that flex? And honestly, everything I plan on putting up there would probably be fine with that. But I'm going to put a post there, and it'll cut that down a lot. Or hopefully eliminate it. Alright, back to Lowe's. Not that strong anymore. One more. And that one will hang on a hanger there, and it'll get nailed in the end on this side, which will be left-handed hammering. Ugh. That's gonna be fun. Length would be the same plus 1.5 inches, and I can actually go longer because it's going over, so I don't even need to be precise cutting it. So that one was 110 7/8. So round up to 111 plus 1.5 inches. So we'll be at 112.5. Yeah. Tape measure? Probably still up there. 112.5. Oh yeah. That's nice. Maybe I should start the nail on that end before I'm up here. Yeah. smidge. I'm not left-handed. Whew. Work though. Can I get my right in here maybe? Not really. Only what, 4 misses on that one? Alright, it's in over there. I should have doors. I can make it. It just would have been nice if I had done that side first and then come in from this side to secure it. Would have been better. Just barely able to get in there. I'm only maybe 3 inches off of the door. A little closer than I wanted to be. That's okay. And these are 24 on centers. This is like 21. Okay. Throw this in here. And I can only get it from this side, so I'm going to throw another one on this side. All the other ones, I did upper on one side and lower on the other. I don't think I need to use every single hole on the fasteners for this. There. That was the last one. Ceiling joists are in. Oh, all the framing in now is done except for the 2 support posts that I'm going to put in. Looks good. So again, support post right there and right there. Or wait, wherever it is. I can't see it with the camera. Plenty of space up there. Well, it's late afternoon, and just to give you a sense of how much room there is up here, well, help if I had this tilted down or up, or there we go. So the top's right here, and so if I'm sitting crisscross applesauce, as the kids say nowadays, I fit. And on the sides, I can reach all the way to the sides, no problem. That was the vision, keep it up as high as I could otherwise, so Plenty of room underneath for cars. So this is pretty close. This side's out a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chip the tongue that's up against this stud here. I'm going to pull this out, claw side. Woo! And I'm just going to beat that down and bring that back over. Should get a little bit closer. Ouch. Now, see that? It looks like I need to do that one too. Otherwise it's, you know, kicked out. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Now it does get cold, and since we're up here in the garage, it gets really hot too. So I definitely want to have a little gap, a little expansion gap between the two. Not that much. There we go. And sometimes, you know, you can just use a nail, thickness of a nail. Just stick that in there. That's perfect. And then this one. There, snug that up. That's my gap. It is really warm up here. I mean, nothing like it would be in August or something. All right. Ting, ting, ting. That one went flying. Oh, let me try that. Let me try that little thing right here. Of course, you got to get it in the right spot. Ah, that's so cool. Ah, I like that. That's neat. Ah. Let's try that again. Of course, I need a good angle on this one. Maybe. I could feel it like go against the board, but it didn't go in, so let me put another one in here. Man, I got the dropsies. Knocked it out of my own hand. First 4x4, measured, cut, and just leaning there. Actually put a level on it, didn't just trust my eyes. I was off a little, so that's fixed. And now I'm just gonna start by tacking in the top. Don't worry, I know there's only a 1/2 inch there. On the other side, I'm gonna use this plate, but I can throw a couple nails through on this side. Use these longer sinkers. That's 8 feet right there. So it wasn't on purpose, but basically that's 8 feet tall. Good to know. So we got one post mostly done. Just need to secure the base. I'll show you the highly accurate measurement method I used. Nail, basically where it's going to be, and I will point up in there in that crack. Measured. Now the concrete does look like it might fall off a little bit this way, but I'm going to cut just to that side so it's still snug even if it's a little lower. I'd rather have to take off more if it's too tight than to not have enough. That one went in there really nice. So hopefully this one goes in real nice too. That's where I want it. That gives me about 9.5 feet between the posts. There's no doubt now in my mind this will be able to carry, if it couldn't already, it'll carry anything I've got that'll go up there. But a little bit of peace of mind. Got it marked there. I really don't need to mark it on the side here because I'm just centering it on where these two meet. So now we get to bring it outside and I'll show you my cutting method. You all had to know this is what it's going to be. Just enough light that I can still use my sunglasses and see. Here's our notch. I'm going to go till I got about a 1/2 inch left. Just before that, stop, and then come from the side. Precision, but it should work. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Remember, I said I'd rather take more off. I really wouldn't mind it if it does press it up in there a little bit, though. Not too much, because I'm really close to the edge. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Junk everywhere. No, I kind of like you back further. Oh, it's gonna be so nice once this place is clean. It'll stay clean for like a week. It's gonna be awesome. Mm. Up against that plate. That's why the other side, I should have done this side first. That's better. I don't know where that nail went. I'll find it with a tire later. This crack up here, I'm just gonna put a nail in it. And that's good. Fine. I finally found these. It's next day. I found these old nails. I already found this. It's kind of cool. You open that up and put one of these little 22 rounds. They look like blank rounds, but of course the gas is going to come out of there and push your nail right into the concrete. That's the way it's supposed to work. It's worked that way for me in the past, but you never know. Every time's different. So let's see with this concrete. All right, try to get straight-ish. Here we go. See what I mean? So I busted up the top and only seated it a little way. Now, what I'm going to do, can you guess? I'm going to try to, I don't want to hit it because it'll chip up the concrete more. Let's see how far it is in, first of all. That's about an inch in. So it's in, it's barely, it's there as like an insurance policy. The weight of the load should keep it in place. But let's do another one. Probably need shorter nails or something. I don't know. I'll put one on this corner. Maybe we'll get lucky and it'll go in further. You know, it's loud, but it. Tell me if you know what I'm talking about here. If you're the one doing the hit, you know when it's going to hit. I swear there must be some kind of thing going on in your ears where it like automatically cancels out the sound. It's loud when you don't know it's coming. You can see it cracked up the concrete there too. So at this point, I'm going to call two good. That one did go in further, but it's also closer to, this is just a cut line. It's cut in, I don't know, a half or 3/4 of an inch. But it was enough for this to be a weak spot. I kind of feel like less is more. So what I'm going to do, I don't want to hit it. I'm going to bend them over. I'm going to use a vice grip, I think. Oop. I mean, what are you going to do? Oop, I'm down too low on this one. I'm not prying it up. Make sure I'm high enough. I surrender. There. Did more damage than good probably, but if something really hits it, those will actually probably stop it. So we're gonna go with that. Okay. So darling, come out in the picture. How much fun was it putting this up?
Oh, I almost died.
So I did pre-position 3 screws over here and 1 over here, and no, it was this way. I lifted it up. She's holding it on the ladder. I come over, zzz, zzz, and then come over. Zzz. That sounds easier than it was, right?
That thing's like 50 pounds.
Well, I'm on my tiptoes if I'm all the way up, because it's 7.5 feet right there. So anyway, using some deck screws. And of course, this is OSB. So you gotta be careful that you don't just go right through it. And once it's up there, it's good. But I'm gonna show you, babe, and the camera people, all the people out in YouTube world, why, like, what the heck is this idea? Most of you, I think, probably can think about it. All right, so tools that I don't use very often, even if I do, check this out. Easy, right? It's so simple. Like, even my sister's big old Stanley socket wrench set, that's got some heft to it. But even with just 1 screw on this side, I mean, that's plenty.
Is it really?
Well, I don't know, I gotta put the rest of them up. But it'll hold some stuff. Just slide, and you can walk by and see what you got there. And longer items, because this is gonna go all the way down, longer items can slide up in there. And, honey,
There's more?
just one more side of it, you can get to it from both sides. She's clapping. She loves it.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad you're a part of today
Oh, definitely.
and yesterday?
No.
Why am I not on the ladder? The ladder's right here. Oh, come on, go. Not bad, slightly crooked, but it's just past half here and just under half here, so it's not up. Anyway, you get the idea. So I've got one more of those to hang to go all the way across. But you can see just tucking some items in there. There's an old CV axle that was still good, so I just put it back in the new box, and you hang on to some things. That's it, folks. I mean, I've got to finish that, and then I'm going to be hanging stuff all over this. I might even do another one of those Harbor Freight toolboxes right there, because the dimensions are like perfect to stick that right in this corner. But there's going to be probably nails and eye hooks all over the side of that with stuff hanging on it. I'm glad I went higher. There's less space above, but I'm gonna get a lot of use of it underneath. I probably could have gone a little lower because it's still, I mean, 7.5 feet. It's 8 feet to right there. Yeah. So I did something similar in a previous garage. My grandpa did one of these at the front of his garage over one stall. If you've got a garage and you're not using the space above, use the space above. Yeah.